all you cool cats and kittens, it's Mrs. B here. I wanted to walk you through how to submit an assignment into your Schoology accounts. There are two ways you can do that, so let's go ahead and get started. First of all, what I want to do is I need to go into my courses, and I need to click on my course. Let's just say I'm in period 5 here. I'll pretend I'm in Honors English. And then I see all my assignments sitting here, and I want to go ahead and choose the assignment I need to complete is Night Literary Analysis Questions. So I just click right on that link there. It will pop up. Here's my assignment after reading the excerpt from Night. So remember, that's the memoir that you're reading. And in case you didn't have it, I included it down here. It's also in your online book. It was in your email, and it's on my website. So you should be able to find it. But after I've read it, then I want to go through and answer these questions. It says answer in complete sentences. So that means you need a subject. You need a predicate. You need a noun and a verb. You have to start it with a capital letter, and you have to end it with a little bit of punctuation. So make sure it is a complete sentence, a complete thought. It also says support your responses with evidence. That means you want to dig into that piece of literature and you want to find evidence, proof of what you say and why you believe what you believe. You don't have to quote it like we did with our essays. I mean, you certainly can, but you have to give examples from the plot. Like, why do you say that that's your answer? So once I have read that, then I want to be like, okay, I've read it. I'm ready to answer in complete sentences. So let's see how I can do that. You actually have 3 ways to submit assignments on Schoology. We're only going to primarily work with 2 because they're the easiest ways and the less confusing, I think. So the first way I can submit the assignment is by creating my own document of it. So I've read the passage and I'm ready to answer. So I just click here, Night Analysis Assignment Doc. I click on that. You'll notice it comes down here into my downloads. So I have to look at the bottom. I'm going to click on the assignment. It'll load in my Word. And I need to now, I want to work with it, right? So I'm going to enable editing. And I'm just going to start answering the questions here. Answer, blah, blah, blah. And I have evidence, analysis, and blah. I'm amazing. Okay. Then let's say I'm going to do that, of course, for all of my, every one of my answers. I'm going to spell this right. So I'm going to go through and hopefully answer that for each of them. I'll do number 2, number 3, and number 4. You'll notice how many points each of them are worth. When I'm all finished with that, I'm like, yeah, this looks exactly how I want it to look. Then I need to save it onto my computer. So I'm going to do File and Save As. And I'm just going to call this, I'll call it Practice Assignment. You would call it, I want you to call it whatever the title is that I gave it. So for you, you would go ahead and put Night Analysis. It's good practice to actually put your last name like this. So I would just do last name and then an underscore, which is shift and that dash key, and then the assignment. I'm just going to call this, like I said, practice. Then you have to save it. So see, this is being saved for me. I'm saving this in my downloads, but you can choose to save it anywhere on your computer that you desire. You could put it in your own documents, your, whatever folder. Maybe you have an English folder set up and that'd be smart too. But then you save it. So I've done the assignment. Maybe I only start on it and want to finish it later, and that's okay too. But once I have finished, and then I'm ready to turn it in, I want to go to the assignment, click on Submit Assignment, and then I'm going to upload. I need to click this button here. It says File, and I'm going to find it. I have to remember, what did I call it again? Oh yes, it's last name practice. So I find the document, I double click, and then there it is. Voila. Then I just click Submit, and I'm ready to go. If by chance you submit it and you're like, no, that was my science assignment, it's okay. You can resubmit. it'll give you this little option here that says resubmit. So that's option 1. Upload it onto your computer, answer the questions at your leisure, download it onto your computer and then upload it just like we did into Schoology. Option 2, you can do this. You can, again, just go to the assignment, read it carefully, click Submit Assignment, and instead of Upload, this time we're going to click the Create button. When I create this, I'm going to get the camera here. When I create my document here, okay, see how it gives me this blank document. I can type directly in it. So I'm going to have an MLA heading here, and then I make sure I put the assignment, of course, in that. And then I just go ahead and get started. I can just answer it away there. It is also, what's nice is I can save as a draft. Like, let's say I didn't finish, or my brother needs the computer now because everybody needs the computers during this digital learning. Okay, then I can always go back to editing that draft when I want to finish it up again. Okay. And the easiest way I have found is just taking these questions and I would just zoom, just click right over them. I'm going to highlight them here, all of them, so I have them in their entirety. I'm going to do Control and C for copy. And then when I go back, I'm going to edit that draft. And then right in here, I'm just going to do Control and a V as in victorious. And there they are. And here I'm just going to answer, blah, blah, blah. Lots of evidence. And of course, I'm writing the complete sentences. Once I've done that for each of these, then I feel pretty good about it. I'm like, yeah, this looks pretty awesome. And then I click Submit. Once I've submitted it, give it a second, I'll know I submitted it because it now says assignment submitted. So I'm good to go. I'm like, yeah, awesome. It's been submitted. Yay me. Okay. If, like I said, I want to go back and fix something, you can resubmit. I only allow the resubmitting though up until the due date. So once that has ended, you cannot resubmit again and again and again. I want you to take your time, hopefully the first time, knowing that it doesn't have to be completed in one sitting, right? You can work on it a little bit and then work on it again later. Right? So those are the 2 easiest ways for you to submit your assignments onto Schoology. If you have questions, bop into any of the online office hours and I can walk you through it again. All right, have a great day.